Scandinavians, Swedes especially, very strong at Greco.
No fingers.
The Turks have an amazing Greco program. We're seeing some of the other countries, like Iran, really making a run at Greco, which they're traditionally strong in freestyle, but have got a lot more athletes that are placing and doing things on the world stage.
Yeah, Iran winning the Asian Games this past
No
year.
fingers.
We're seeing, again, jockey for position. Guys trying to pummel here and get a hold of something at a 2-on-1 position by the Armenian. And try and use that arm to push and pull and break the balance of his opponent. If he can break the balance and change levels, he can attack that waist and take that guy down in a slide by or a waist tackle. But both guys fighting for position, wrist pummeling and fighting. And we'll see our first. There's a warning to the Russian. More action, open. He wants him to open up, try and take holds to score points, which will eventually lead to a passivity, where somebody will get a chance on top, probably in the parterre position. So now a warning for blue to open. And you see the Armenian wrestler blocking with his arms and forearms, not really taking hold of a lot. Trying to get things moving. So hard to get a guy out of position at this level. These guys are so good. They do not make a mistake. There's a nice twisting body lock attempt by the Russian. Didn't score. The Armenian able to move his feet, counter, and get back up.
Halfway through this first period, no score.
Again, the Russian trying to, that little twist. He's got that little bit of an underhook. He's just got that lat on that one side. Steps in with that foot and his hips and twists that way, and it can off balance. There's so much pressure between the two bodies.
Open.
Verbal warning again on the blue to open and try and take a hold and score points.
No fingers.
Saying no fingers. The guys are gripping fingers. Not allowed to grab the fingers like that. You can only grab the whole hand.
Action blue.
Again, a little bit of an underhook with the left-hand side on the left side there. And there's that off balance again.
And there's the passivity as we expected.
Open. Action.
He's got a few stitches in his face, doesn't he?
He does. One-day battle for all of these athletes we're watching tonight. So our ARUTYUNYAN going down into the parterre, and let's see what SURKOV can do if he can roll him.
He's going to get a chance here. Try and gut wrench him or lift him. And a lot of times in these high-level matches, medal matches, it comes down to this position.
Go behind.
The Armenian blue athlete is at a position of disadvantage. Can he keep, is his parterre defense good enough to keep this Russian from turning him or lifting him and throwing him to score points? He's got a good lock. Looks like he's going to try and jump to a lift. See him come from one side to the other. Armenian's defense looks pretty solid. Here comes the lift attempt. He's got him up. Can he turn? Here goes a throw. He's going to at least get 2 points for the throw here. Now can he expose his back? His hands have slipped to the far side. There's the throw. He should get 2 for the throw attempt. He did not expose his back. The Armenian landed on his belly. He was able to float his hips over the top and land on his stomach. So 2 points for the effort, but no back exposure.
SURKOV fires the opening salvo late in the first period. Down to 2:53 and running. The late 2 for the Russian. And he will go into the second period on top. 2-0. You could just see him getting his balance, cranking up that power, trying to get that one toss and trying to get the Armenian on his back.
Just create a little misdirection. He'll crank one way, get the guys to turn his hips, and then step up on the other side and pop that guy up. And there's the throw. Beautiful throw. High arching throw. If he'd exposed his back there, that would have been really nice. Would have gotten 4 points. But just for the effort of picking him up off the mat, he gets 2 points, and he's ahead 2-0.
Migran ARUTYUNYAN, if you're him right now in that corner, how do you try to get some type of offense started on SURKOV? Remember, he's already been hit twice on the passivity.
Well, I think he's got to keep him from getting that little underhook that's keeping him off balance. He keeps stepping in and twisting him and keeping him off balance. He's not allowed to keep, or not keeping his feet very well. Try and get something moving. Work hard. force the Russian back to give up mat space, and then maybe he'll get the passivity call this time and get his chance on top to see if he can score. This Russian's very good at pummeling. Comes right inside. He's a little bit longer, a little bit taller than his opponent, the Russian. And you see him get that little bit of an underhook. Nice. Again, attempted the twisting body lock. Almost got out of position. The Armenian almost forced him out of bounds, which would have cost him a point.
No fingers, no fingers.
Again, doesn't like the fingers. You're not supposed to grab on the little lock the fingers like that.
ARUTYUNYAN appears to have picked up the pace a little bit here in the second period.
No fingers.
Trying to generate a little bit more offense, down 2-0. SURKOV has been the aggressor in this bout.
He really hits that nice off balance. He steps in with his hips and keeps the Armenian from planting his feet and really getting a hold of much. I think that size advantage, that length is giving the Armenian, a little bit shorter athlete, a little trouble. He's a little slider built, the Russian, and he's able to get those underhooks. Now he's warning Red to open up a little bit. So that tells me he's okay, he gave him the passivity. I didn't see the passivity call, but so now we're going to see if the Armenians got a good offense here in the parterre position and what this Russian's defense looks like. We want to take a look at the eye on the Armenian. He's got some blood coming down his cheek. He had a previous cut from one of the earlier matches.
So they'll take some time.
Off.
Yep. Bandage him up and get him ready for this critical stretch as he goes on top for the first time. Trying to get the equalizer or then some on SURKOV. See the blood on both wrestlers as the battle rams collide.
That head contact. They don't get those ears from playing badminton. You get that from right there. That kind of head contact on a constant basis will give you those cauliflower ears.
Now, we mentioned the familiarity with these two, and this is a repeat of the European Games Championship, which was won by SURKOV. We mentioned SURKOV, the European champ. It was ARUTYUNYAN who was able to get by and tie bout, and we appear to be heading down those same headlines here in the big spotlight of the World Championships. But again, once we get the blood stop, once the patch job is complete, it will be the Armenian on top.
And this little break is actually, I think, a little bit of an advantage for the Armenian. He's getting a chance to shake his arms out. He's getting some wind, and he's going to go really, really hard. With a 2-point deficit, he needs to score here in this disadvantaged position on this Russian. Keep just going with the country names. Let you deal with those.
Thanks, Ray.
Those athlete names. Holy crap. There we go. A little bit of a jump of the gun, but the referee lets it slide. Now the Russian defense, there's a nice, very, very nice. He followed through with a great hip hop to get exposure. So he should have got a two-point gut wrench there. And he bridged out of bounds, so they might be back in the parterre position.
So the two confirmed, and now the criteria goes to ARUTYUNYAN.
He scored last. So if it comes down to the tie here, the Armenian will win this match, which got to give you a little desperation for this Russian to figure out a way to score here. We're going to have a lot of time to get another passivity call, so he's going to have to make something happen on his feet. Expect to see him open up a little more, try for some sort of hold to score some points on his feet here. He keeps digging for that underhook. He is pushing. He may get a passivity call here. The Armenian shut down. He's blocking. He knows he has the criteria win right now. There's the warning by Blue, or on Blue. Doesn't like that finger grabbing the referee. Keeps talking about that.
SURKOV.
I think you're going to see the passivity call here. There's only going on 30 seconds left in this match. Now he wants Red to attack with the head down.
Action Blue.
More action Blue called for by the referee. And the Armenian really not doing much. He's blocking at the waist. He's got the overhook and blocking the Russian out.
If you're ARUTYUNYAN, you're content in this position here as you just eat the clock.
Absolutely, exactly what he's trying to do here is get it. And there's a passivity. The Russian is going to get a chance here, I think.
Red. Hammer down.
Yep. Passivity call.
Blue
You're
parterre.
going to see the Russian put the Armenian in the parterre position. He's going to get one more chance in the advantage position to score points and win this. Well, that was a second passivity, so there's a point. Second passivity on the Armenian. So that's a point automatically to SURKOV, the Russian.
You saw the cube come flying in, the challenge coming from the Armenians here.
Not sure
Now,
what
if
the challenge is. There's no technique involved, so
No.
I'm not sure what they're challenging. But this official, yep, his official's getting a warning.
Yep, the yellow card flashed for the corner. Passivity the call, the way we understand it here, just setting it straight. Passivity the call, that would be the second time, which means it is a point for SURKOV, and that is why he has the 3-2 lead. As we take a look at the final few seconds that just wrapped up, and this is what the three-person panel is watching right now.
Yep, they're reviewing this footage here, trying to decide if there was indeed a passivity, which it really is a judgment call. It's a tough thing. There's the passivity call.
What do you think?
I think with the overhook and the way he's clasping his other hand at the waist and keeping the Russian out, he is being passive. I think he knew he had the criteria there, and he really wasn't engaging in trying to wrestle offensively or aggressively.
Now you see the Russian with 4. When you lose the challenge, the opponent gets the point as well, so it's a 4-2 bout. You see the frustration, the visible frustration from ARUTYUNYAN. His corner frustrated.
So the Armenian's going to go down here. I would expect to see this Armenian try to stand up and create a reversal.
Stop.
See how he's covering his arm, not allowing that waist attack.
Contact.
See if he can get something going here, because he's got to score 2 points here.
Contact.
Here comes the contact on the back.
Stop.
Both guys trying to jump the whistle there.
Don't move. Parterre. Contact. Stop.
15 seconds, less than 15 seconds left in this match.
You see the caution.
Now we're going to caution red. He's calling the Russian
Below.
for jumping the whistle there.
Below. Hey.
No, did he?
Parterre.
Was he showing the wrong colors there? I thought he gave the...
Yeah, it's 2 for the Russian.
Okay.
And you're right, it was underneath they were jumping. You saw the caution.
Stop.
Again,
Now that time it was SURKOV.
this match is all but over now. There's no way he's going to make a 4-point deficit. They're just going to run this out in the parterre position.
Open.
And you're going to hear the emotion of the crowd once the clock hits 6 minutes. SURKOV of Russia for the second time this year knocks off the Armenian 6-2.
Not happy with the official and the call there. I have to say I agree with the passivity call. I think he needed to settle down. I know he was down.